I am Sherry Hawkins Malcolm. I'm the founder and licensed professional counselor here at Hope Springs Mind, Body, Spirit.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Slade. I'm a licensed associate professional counselor.
Hello, my name is Nick Savage and I work here at Hope Springs Counseling. I am an intern counselor and I am about a month away from graduating with my master's degree.
Hi, my name is Bethany Klein. I am a counselor here at Hope Springs and I'm finishing my master's degree in marriage and family therapy.
This is King. He is Canine Good Citizen certified and he is also certified as a therapy dog. This is Xena. She's still a young puppy, so she is in training. She does come to the office with me some, but she's not quite got the therapy skills yet, although we do put her into practice some.
I have had many specialties throughout the years. Currently, I specialize more so in trauma work. I recently got training in EMDR therapy after years of working with trauma patients and working with them with cognitive behavioral work, seeing results, but at the same time knowing that EMDR is the gold standard in trauma treatment and the treatment of PTSD. So I do a lot of EMDR work with my clients at this point.
I specialize in animal-assisted therapy and I am working on specialization in trauma-focused cognitive behavioral therapy. The areas that I tend to specialize, focus in on are anxiety, trauma, grief and loss, and self-identity issues.
I do focus on cognitive behavioral therapy, narrative therapy, and solution-focused therapy. As well, I have my future goal is to get more in depth with music therapy, because I do believe that music has the universal language that most people can speak.
I'm a certified Prepare Enrich facilitator. Prepare Enrich is an assessment that allows me to gain a comprehensive view of a couple's relationship dynamics and strengths so that we can work on those things in counseling. And I think that something that all people have in common is that I think everyone really wants to have the opportunity to be their authentic selves. And I really enjoy helping people get to that point and working with them through those challenges to get there.
So I work with mostly adult clients, adults who have dealt with any type of trauma, whether it's considered to be a big trauma or something that's just related to daily stressors, with men and women, working with EMDR therapy.
Primarily, I work with children, adolescents, and women. The children I work with and adolescents start with the age of about 5 all the way up to high school graduates. And then of course women, I work with all ages of women.
I don't work with one group of people, but I do work across the board with men, women, children, marriages, just trying to help people come to terms with some things and sort out some of their business.
I have a passion for counseling couples. That includes premarital, marital, people dealing with difficulties, and even down to co-parenting counseling. I work with a really diverse population. So while my primary focus is typically on marriage and couples counseling, I do work with individuals, and typically I like to work with them on issues of self-confidence and working through relationship issues, even if they're there just by themselves.
So I've been asked the question many times why I chose to go into the counseling profession, and I semi-jokingly respond that you don't choose it, it chooses you. I do believe that it is a gift to be able to join people where they are in their journey, wherever that is, with non-judgment, and offer them a safe space to be able to process and work on goals that they set for themselves. And that I see myself as just blessed in being able to sit with people and just embrace the moments and be able to help them process past traumas in a healthy way and be able to then move forward and not let those traumas and things that have happened in their past to limit them towards their future.
I decided to enter the counseling profession after being a special education teacher in a Title I elementary school. While I saw that there was a school counselor and there are teachers that love and care for their children, it's difficult to have one-on-one time with children who are going through some pretty significant things in their life. They may be suffering with their own grief or loss or own anxiety or issues that are emotional, behavioral, kids with ADHD, autism. I wanted to find a way to help those children in a more one-on-one, detailed environment. The other reason I entered counseling, I lost my own brother to suicide, and when I went looking for a counselor, I couldn't seem to find one in Monroe. Thankfully that has changed, and we now have more than just me, so it's nice to know that there are some options available for people who are hurting. Finally, I just felt like it was God's calling on my life to be a helper to the people in need.
I think I've always been a helper. I've spent 35 years as a hairdresser doing just that, helping people to feel better about themselves. For someone to come in feeling like they need a haircut and leave feeling like $1 million. I've also been a musician who has worked in the community with people using music as a tool to communicate. I do believe that it speaks to the soul and speaks to the heart. And having done this for the last 35 years of my life, I believe that it groomed me to be a better helper, because I believe these things are, in actuality, therapy all by themselves.
I decided that I wanted to be a marriage and family therapist basically by accident. I tell people all the time that it kind of just fell into my lap, and I decided that was what I wanted to do. I wanted to help people to love each other better. This was based on relationship dynamics that I had, that I had seen others close to me have, and I decided that that was something that I wanted to be able to help people cope with and learn to communicate, learn to relate to each other. That's just something that's really important to me. I also teach creative journaling classes, which basically is a way to marry art and journaling in order to create better coping skills and critical thinking skills, just basically blending creativity with therapy.
I have been working in the community here, seeing clients for about a year, and I've learned a lot about how counseling works and how my practice is going to be defined as I move forward. The spiritual aspect of most people's life is what's missing in counseling in general. But what I found is that integration of spirituality and professional psychology is super important in helping people grow and helping people make decisions and helping people sort out things. I believe it's biblical, and I believe that it ultimately helps people grow spiritually and grow in their personal lives, helps marriages grow, helps kids make better decisions.
I know how difficult it can be to enter the counseling office. I remember the first time I went into a counselor, and actually there were a few different times, and I've had good counselors and I had a couple of counselors that just were not a good fit for me. But I remember this one counselor that I met, and she was a wonderful Christian counselor who was able to help me through many different issues that I was going through. And it's just my goal to emulate that and to be able to be a light into other people's lives.
So I've been practicing as a licensed professional counselor for almost 20 years now, and have practiced in the traditional counseling setting for the majority of those years. I began recommending various adjunct treatments to my clients throughout the years, such as yoga, meditation, just doing even simple things like spending time in nature. And as I found myself recommending those things more and more often, I thought it would be wonderful for us to be able to offer those services in-house and be able to offer a lot of the types of adjunct therapies that we recommended to our clients. I found myself getting very contained within the four walls of a counseling office. And several years ago, I sort of questioned what it is that fuels me personally and what it is that really calms my spirit. Being in nature, being in the woods, just taking a walk in the woods or even sitting by a lake. Those things are therapeutic in and of themselves. And I question, why can't we incorporate those type of things within our professional counseling services and be able to help our clients not only deepen the experience of therapy, but also find their own therapeutic outlet that they can use even outside of a counseling session. So we were able to move our practice from downtown Monroe, where we had practiced there for many years, and we're able to move here into a larger space where we're now able to offer yoga therapy, as well as yoga classes, different workshops that we have, and we've got the space to be able to offer additional things such as art therapy, music therapy, and nature-based work.